I'm Leonie from the Woolbaa, and today we're going to look at picking up stitches around a neckline to make a neckband. Let's get started. Now I've got a little vest that I'm going to put some band around the neck and on the shoulders. For this video I'll just do it around the neck, but I've chosen the neck because it gives you a little bit of an idea of the difference going vertical as opposed to horizontal. I've already put the bands on the armhole, so just got the neck and the shoulders to go. So the neck is the next part. And what I'm going to be doing is going in a straight line and going in a little channel down through here. What I'm going to be doing on the vertical is picking up and knitting 5, skipping 1, then do 5. I will go straight across the middle and then back to the formula of pick up 5, skip 1, 5, skip 1. When I finish that, I will then be doing the shoulders, but I won't do that on this video because that's fairly straightforward. And that's just going into every stitch across because that's on the horizontal. I'm using a 3.25mm circular needle. I like the circular because it gives me a little bit of flexibility going around corners. And also I like them because they're nice and light. But 3.25 because it pulls it in a little bit more, which is what you want for a rib band. So that's what I've used here, 3.25, whereas this one is 4mm and the yarn itself is light sport weight or DK or 8-ply. They all mean the same thing. So 4mm normally for the rest of the garment, 3.25 for the bands. So here we go. I've got a contrast colour. I'm using this one just to make it look a little bit different, and I'm going to be going in one full stitch. I'm not going to go in on the edge there because it can make it look a little bit gappy. So here we go. I'll put the yarn over this side. So here we go, knitting into the first hole, 1, and then you can see the next one I'm going to go down into there, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I shall skip 1, so I'll skip that one there and go into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so you can see that you can't tell I've skipped 1 in the middle there, and see how it's a lovely straight line. So I'm going to now skip this one here and go over to this side to the first stitch in the flat part, and I'm going to knit into every little V. So there, that's 2 V's. I'm not going in between them, I'm just going into the center of the V. So go across like that, and I'm not really worrying about how many stitches I pick up. I'm just worrying about trying to pick up where they should go, where it needs it, and then I'll worry about the rib pattern once I've got all my stitches on the needle. So still going in. Oops, I've split a stitch, so we have to go in cleanly, so just watch for that. And there's another one on the horizontal. So to match what I've done on the other side, I think I'll put my little gap here, because it's pretty arbitrary. You can do what you want really, but if it's wrong you can pull it out and try again. So the next one I'm going to go into is here. See how I'm skipping that little gap? Going 1. Because this is in the vertical, I've got to go 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip that next one there and go into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've picked up 10 down that side, 10 down that side, and then across the middle I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So to get the pattern to work out, because it's knit 2, purl 2, so that's a multiple of 4, and I probably want to start with the same on both sides. I don't want to start with a knit 2 and finish with a knit 2. So it needs to be a multiple of 4 plus 2. So we've got, what did I say, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and it's definitely 10 there and 10 there. So 20, 31, and I want to have 30 really, because that'll work out for the pattern nicely. So I will just knit 2 together at some point. Probably I will do it maybe in this little gap over here. All right, here we go. The pattern, the first row of the pattern, I'm going to do purl 2 and then knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, and we're getting into the horizontal part. Actually, I might just do purl 2 in the middle of this row and see how that looks, because I have to get rid of one stitch to make the pattern work out. So purl 1, so I've done purl 2 together there, and then I'm back to the knit 2, purl 2 pattern. Nearly there. And finishing with purl 2. So let's have a little look at what that looks like. So that looks like it'll work out fine. So then I just keep following the pattern. So I'll do a couple more rows of pattern and we'll speed it up so that you don't have to painstakingly watch it all the way through. But I'll just work in the rib now until I've done as many rows as I have done for the armhole. So this row, instead of starting with purl 2, I'll be doing knit 2 and finishing with knit 2. And so now I'm going to do casting off in the same pattern, in the rib pattern, and that will finish the neckline. And there we finished casting off with that little neckband. Let's have a little look at what we've done. And then when it's had a little bit of a press, it'll be a bit neater. And we will then be putting bands up the top. So that's worked out rather well. So there you go, that's another mystery solved. You can now do neckbands. Now this is it finished, the garment finished. So I've finished off the neckline and then added the bands on the shoulders, and I've put little buttonholes along there too that you might be able to see. So this is just something that you get better and better at with practice. There's only one way to improve, and that's by doing it. And don't be afraid of making mistakes. Everything can be pulled out. Nothing is that hard or ruined. So have a go, pull it out if you don't like it, have another go. But the video will give you an idea of how to do it properly. Now if you've liked this video, don't don't forget to follow us on YouTube and have your notifications turned on, because then you'll get notified every time I make a new video. Bye.